Okay, let's start by tuning the guitar into open D. So we're going to tune the low E string down to a D. The A and D strings will stay the same. We'll tune the G down to F sharp, the B string down to an A, and the high E string down to a D. So altogether, from low to high, you should have D, A, D, F sharp, A, D. And if you strum all the strings together, you get a nice D chord. So now let's go through some of the chords you can use on Open D. Make sure you have the attached Open D chord chart up on your computer screen or have it printed off in front of you. Starting from the top, let's strum through each chord and get a feel for how each one sounds. You'll notice the chords are pretty basic and that they only use 2 to 3 fingers on the lower strings and the higher strings remain open. These chords are foundations for you to build off of if you wanted by adding more or less notes or fingers down to the chords. For example, let's take this chord, and I like to add my middle finger here. So instead of this note being open, I now add my finger down here, which adds a nice sound to it. And you can also take away notes, like with this chord here. You can just take away the pinky, and I like to mute this string, and it's almost like a power chord. But it's really up to you, whatever you want to do. Whatever you think sounds good works. Okay, so you're tuned to Open D, and now we've gone through some of the chords you can start using, and now let's create our first basic chord progression. So we're going to be using 3 chords, and we're going to make a 4-bar loop. The chords we're going to use is the open chord. Second chord is going to be this one here. The third chord is this one. And then back to the first. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, and then repeat. So it's going to sound something like this. So we've gone over the chords you can play in Open D, and we made a quick little basic chord progression. So hopefully it starts inspiring you with possibilities with open tunings. What you can do if you'd like is to take that chord progression we just made and add your own strumming pattern to it or finger picking pattern to it. Or you could change up the chords, or you can make your own chord progression if you like to try that. You can also add a little riff into I like to add riffs into the open chord, so it might sound something like this. something like that if you like to try, but don't worry, we're going to go over how to make chord progressions and how to add melodies and riffs and harmonics into your chord progressions to start making them sound more like songs. And we'll see you in the next lesson.